I'm Selena Richardson. Welcome to Discover Rocky Mount. My special guests in studio with me today are Sophia Crudup. She is the University Program Administrator for the ECU and NC State University Collaborative. Also with me is Susan Burnell, and she is the Community Outreach Specialist for the Upper Coastal Plain Learning Council. Did I get it right?
Yes, you did.
Well, nice to have you both. How are you?
Great. How are you?
All right. Well, the name, when we talk about the various universities, sounds like a meeting of the minds, a great meeting. And we want to know what this collaborative entails and the purpose.
So the ECU NC State Collaborative is just that. It's a collaboration between the East Carolina University and NC State to bring educational opportunities to our underserved counties in Eastern North Carolina.
And you're also housed on another campus that we didn't mention. That is
We are housed at Wesleyan University in the Gateway Technology Center.
awesome. Awesome. Well, what types of educational opportunities do you present to the area?
We present programs from K to 80, which Susan likes to call K to Gray. Um, we have programs that are STEM based for the youth. We also are in partnership with Begin Again Literacy to bring a adult literacy program. Um, we've involved in the community schools. We are able to donate or pretty much rent out, I guess, our technology to the schools. And we're in the process of still developing programs for adults as well.
That's very nice because I know sometimes technology is a challenge for young students, especially on days when they have to work remotely. Everybody doesn't have access to computers, internet, and things like that. Well, when we think universities, a lot of times people think you have to be a certain age, college age. But like you mentioned, you work with younger children, you work with elderly people also. When you mention literacy programs, what age group have you seen might be interested in taking those kind of classes?
Well, with the adult literacy, that's what it's primarily focused on is those that to achieve their GED
Okay.
for employment needs and so forth. But we also offer a K2 literacy event or K2 literacy program, and we center it around STEM, where the activities are based on a book. And so they go in and it's just immersive and they learn about the book and then they do STEM activities all centered around that. And that's one of our new initiatives that we have. We also have an elementary math camp on campus in the summer. And we just STEM camps and vet camps and
Health sciences, financial literacy, which is really important with teenagers these days.
yes.
That's true.
What else are we offering? A textile camp this year.
All kinds of things to pique the
Yes.
interest of young minds. It
Yes.
sounds like. Are they really engaged during the sessions?
They are, for the most part. A lot of times, they're there because maybe their parents might want them to come.
Of
But
course.
by the time they leave, they're glad they came.
Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. And that's something that'll carry them for a while too. So you mentioned something about your math camp. I also heard of something that you have called Science Saturdays, which sounds pretty cool to me. Tell us about that. Whoever wants to.
Well, we began that as a way to keep kids engaged because we had the audience in the summer, but we were trying to figure out a way how can we keep them engaged throughout the school year. And so we piloted a program a couple of years ago with just doing one Saturday a month, 9 to 12, and we offer some type of science to the kids. And it might be coding, it might be STEM, it might be microscopes. It's just, whatever we can find that we think might spark interest of the kids to get them just engaged in science and connect with us. And so a lot of those kids come to our summer camps that Sophia has, and she has a lot of repeat customers.
Yes. Well, I think anything to get them interested in something other than what's on the cell phone.
Yes.
Sounds like a plan for me. I'm
Yes.
sure other parents would agree also. Well, how would people hear about that or how would they get registered for any of your programs?
So we have a website.
Mhm.
It is the ECU-NCSU.org, and that has all the information. We advertise, in the newspaper. We send out emails to the area schools. We serve 9 counties from Pitt to Northampton.
Okay.
And so we try to cover every school from elementary through high school to make sure the counselors, the AIG, the STEM CTE coaches, that they all have that information.
Okay, that's good to know. So 9 counties. So are you traveling sometimes for these classes or is everybody coming here?
For the most part, they come there. We do go and do outreach in the community to different area schools. We do visit, I believe I've visited 6 of the counties. I still have to go a few more to get to Northampton and Halifax. We do have students that come from those areas. A lot of our camps garner students from quite a few places, like vet camp. We have students from out of state every year because it's a middle school camp. Campus offers a high school camp, and so the middle school camp there isn't one in the area. So we've had students from Georgia, from Texas, from Virginia that are able to come.
So with an interest probably in being a veterinarian?
Yes.
After school.
Yes.
Well, that's wonderful. Well, how about the teachers? Where are you getting your teachers from?
Well, fortunately for us, as a former classroom teacher, we try to connect and support teachers in the classroom by letting them know about our programs, but also hiring them because they have the expertise with the kids. The kids will walk in and they'll see someone familiar. And they're like, well, you were in my school or you're my teacher. And so that just gives them a comfort level.
Yes.
And, you know, they're certified and they just come and work their magic.
And then you got some time during the summer too with your summer programs.
Yes.
We also have some teacher engagement.
Yes.
PD.
Yes, we have we offer teacher PD this year. We are partnering with ECU to bring AI for teachers.
Yes. Okay, that's going to be very interesting. I just saw recently there was a church who had a big turnout with an AI class that they did where it relates to church. I'm not sure how.
Because it's just so cutting
it
edge.
works.
And
Yes, don't want to miss out on that.
exactly.
Well, I saw on your website too that you do. Were you going to say something?
I was just going to say our STEM program this year, the pre-college program with NC State, comes from the College of Education. They're actually going to be focusing on AI and aerospace.
And then your website, it said you also do proctoring services. Tell everybody what proctoring is, who may not know, and then.
So we administer exams initially for the UNC system, but we also are involved in Smarter Proctoring, which is available to anyone, anywhere. So, I mean, I've had students from several states and one from out of the country that are online students, and so we administer the exams.
Okay, so at the testing time, they have to come in person.
Yes.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Well, I know your class is on the weekends. Are those free besides Saturdays? Okay, so that's an incentive too for people to come out there. Well, if you could give everybody again those the website where they might be able to find out what's going on and keep in touch with you, and we'll make sure it goes on the screen also.
So it is ecu-ncsu.org, the collaborative.
The collaborative. All right. Well, thank you so much. Anything else we need to chat about before we?
No, we just appreciate the opportunity.
Well, thank you so much we try to keep the community aware of what's going on, and I love your program, and thank you so much. I'm probably going to read your titles as we get ready to wrap up, and again, thank you so much for being here with us for Discover Rocky. Now, again, my guest, Sophia Crudup, who is the University Program Administrator with the Collaborative for East Carolina University and NC State University, and Susan Barnell, who is the Community Outreach Specialist with Upper Coastal Plain Learning Council. And thank you so much. Make sure you check out the website and get your youth involved also, and your people all the way up until 80, right? Or whatever age.